Hello everyone and welcome back to Minecraft with your host, or Minecraft Vanilla Plus, with your host Hardtruck1. Hello everyone. So, what's we doing in today's episode? Well, I think I mentioned in last episode, was going to take a break from building the house. We got pretty much excuse me, I think we got pretty much the outline of the house done and everything, but we're kind of running low on the foods. I have went and, or no, last episode, if you remember, I said that I went and got some more birch wood and stuff. As you can see, I did to finish the house. And meanwhile, while I was doing that, I found some Pam's Harvest Craft trees. And pulled some nutmeg and apples and stuff off of them. But pretty much we do not actually have any really sustainable food stores besides the little bit of wheat down here. And we've got plenty of trees, thanks to our tree farm here, which I've got to fill it up with more, a little bit more coal. The reason why we're doing this tree farm is two things. One, we need the wood for being able to build buildings like that over there. The second thing is we're going to turn this into our power generation. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to set up the transfer pipes down there. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, transport pipes right there. We're going to actually set those up so that they go to our furnace array, or a furnace array. I don't know if it's going to go to that one, or maybe what I might do is secretly hide it down here. Yeah, like dig in a couple blocks here and then dig a little basement underneath our storage area here to retain our power generation. Which means we got to find more redstone energy, redstone, so that we can make some more of these rednet energy cables. And by the way, we're not gonna completely rely on just one or two survival generators. What we're going to do actually is when it comes down to it, let me go over here to extra utilities. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to get up to these bigger 64 time generators. And we'll probably start with getting the first one here, which is the 64 times survivalist generator. So basically what we're going to need is let's see if I can, we're going to need some of these, the Ender Flux Crystal, and the QED, the Quantum Entity Device, which these are going to be a little bit expensive because, it requires a lot of stuff that we don't really have right now. Like ender infused obsidian, a diamond encrusted whatever matrix, which means we need a burnt quartz, some of those, and 4 diamonds. Plus we need these, which are the power for the QED, which requires some obsidian and stuff and some Eyes of Ender. Now the obsidian is really easy. I mean, I went down to where I have several lava lakes down there, so that's fine. Diamonds were good because I found a couple of patches of diamonds here, but the area that's going to be the most hardest to get, or the most hardest items are going to be the blaze powder to make the Eyes of Ender, plus the Ender Pearls to make them as well. So we don't really have a good way of getting those, but I'm sure at one point in time we're going to be able to get them. But like I said, for right now, we're going to start on this, and I know I've taken enough time to do that, so let's get started on that. First off, we're going to go empty the inventory of a few items. So we can just leave that open because it's there. Alright, so we don't need those, we don't need those. I'll keep the arrow anyway. In the food chest, we don't have anything for the food. Oh, yes we do. The wheat. And what is this? This is odds and ends. Got a little bit there. That's dirt. There we go. Get some of those to get rid of. Alright, in the wood chest, I believe is this one. No. This one. This one. We'll just dump some of the wood in here. Wood and wood items. Glass actually goes. Actually, glass goes on this. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Along with the brick. Okay, so now this is what we need to do. We need to grab some dirt. I don't have much, but I think it's going to be enough to do what we want. Close the door. What time is it? Do I need to wait for night? Which way is it? Ah, no. Okay. We got enough space. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out here to about even with this thing, the grower, and we're going to put our, if I can get up on this thing, gimme. So this is going to be, we're going to make beds and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this all the way across to over here by this pond area. Let me see where is that. Alright, we're going to go just a little bit further away. Another stack. I want to go about right in line with that one, so if that one's there, one more, right? One more? Yes. And then we're gonna bring it back. So as you can see, we got kind of a large area here to deal with, alright? But this method of doing two at a time is actually pretty fast. The only thing that you have to do is switch to a new stack when the time is right. It's getting dark. Let's see if we can finish this one extra line, then we'll go sleep. So we don't get the bad guys in the night interrupting us. Alright, so let's go. Let's go. So that's going to define the first area. And now the first area is going to be dictated by how much... Okay. There we go. By how much water... Or, no. How many patches we're going to go. So, by default, the area that you can plant from water is 4 blocks away. So, with that in mind, let me grab the hoe so we can define our area a little bit before we we'll continue fill it in. But what I'm but I'm trying to show you what I'm talking about so that way it's not so hard to understand. Okay, so if we know that we can only go 4 blocks out from our water source, okay, then what I want to do is I want to make it in such a way that I have at least a 3 walk path between this wall and the first set of rows. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Let's do this to indicate that that's the row. So now we need to move this water over 1, which is fairly simple. We'll just leave that because if we move this over... Oh, excuse me, I got to move it over 2. So actually we can just go... We don't need that water there. Where's my shovel? There's my shovel. So if we go... So now if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th one is our water. And we're going to do this all the way down. All the way down to the other end of this. Now on this end, we're going to have a 4 gap here because we're going to put a fence. Let's not smack that with that one or that one. So we're going to put a fence on this very outside. So that's going to give us 1, 2, 3 walk path all the way around. And then here we'll have our water. I'm going to change the... in fact, I'll just... It's very simple to just do that right now. So we're going to change this into dirt so it looks... So cosmetically... It looks good, and I probably pronounced that a little odder than I was the first time I was going to say it. But we're just going to change this like so, so that way, get out of here, Daisy. We're going to change that like so, so that way this will, it'll be much nicer when the water, as the water is in it. It won't look quite as odd with it in. Every once in a while I will probably, or after a while I'll probably replace some of these, instead of having to have like torches and stuff everywhere out here. To light it up, because we don't want to. If we have to come down here like in the middle of the evening or something to get something like that, we don't want to have to deal with mobs down here. So I'll probably either when I can, I'll probably either put glowstone, or I'll figure out a way to hide. To put torches in there without the water collapsing them. So that's the plan for making the excuse me, for making for doing the farm. Give me just a minute. Of course, I'm gonna do this on camera because I like doing everything on camera. I know a lot of people don't. I mean, it seems like a lot of people do a lot of editing and stuff. I'm kind of one of those persons that, yes, I will edit stuff. I will do stuff when it is not really fit to do so, but when I see that I have no other real choice to do other than to do that. It's like right now. I mean, I could technically stop the recording right now and do all of this off camera. Because to a lot of people this is obnoxious work. And they don't like And some people don't like watching all this. But I hate to tell you, but there are probably a lot of people in the world that would gladly see somebody put this much time and effort into actually showing, everything, because it progresses what they do. It progresses what they do, and I realize I think we might need some more dirt, actually, to finish this progress. Finish this, because I did not realize how large of an area this was going to be. But anyway, so my prognosis on people that edit is to me it's more power to them. They wanna put the time and effort into editing their videos. They think the stuff like this is boring, so they'll go ahead and edit that out because they probably have a majority of audiences. A majority of their audience they don't really care to see the person, placing hundreds and thousands of pieces of dirt. Believe me, I can attest to that because I have placed hundreds of thousands of pieces of dirt. And let me tell you what, it does get a little monotonous after a while. But the cool thing about it is not only do you get to see how your project that you're doing, like this one, if I can get on the stupid piece of dirt, is progressing, but so does your audience. I mean, more times than enough, I've seen a lot of YouTubers that they're like, okay, let me do this and I'll be right back. And for them, a couple hours goes by them working. I'm gonna have to go get some more dirt. Alrighty. More dirt. More dirt. More dirt, more dirt, more dirt. Where do we want to get more dirt? This is a really good question because I don't really have a whole lot of places to get dirt without it looking really ugly after I get it. Most of that dirt that I put down there was from taking down the hill over there where the main house is. Shoot. When you play, certain games in certain ways, like Minecraft modded, has stuff that, you can get dirt and stuff really quick and really fast. But then you play other series like this one, that you're kind of running around scratching your head like, where do I get materials? Because it's like right now, see, we're out of dirt. We need a little bit more dirt to finish the top. Then I need probably a little bit more dirt to be able to do the next tier, the next thing. And you're walking around like I am now, trying to figure out where to get the materials to finish your project, but yet make it in such a way that get the materials somewhere where it makes sense to get it. And not necessarily too close to the area where you're at, so when you walk by it and everything, your audience, like you guys, go, where'd that come from? And then you have to explain in the next video, you know, that that's where you get your materials, and you apologize if, you know, it kind of doesn't fit the theme. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to walk that way a good few hundred blocks or so, so that we... Is there a skeleton over there? No. Okay. So that way it doesn't look like I'm trying to take too much, and I'll try to terraform it so that it looks okay. So instead of just, you know, like maybe like on the top of a hill or something like this hill, I could take this layer of dirt so it doesn't look too bad. I could go over here, chop down some trees, take the top layer of dirt off of there, and stuff like that. But right now we'll just get enough that we can finish the top tier, and then I'll worry about gathering some more later. It's gonna get a little laggy because I'm walking out here and it's kind of new terrain per se out here. I haven't really been out here for a while, so it may be a little extra laggy. And yes, I took the piece of dirt underneath the tree. I'm gonna take it underneath that tree too, but don't worry, they're not gonna be standing. They're gonna come apart. Ooh, look, cotton. And it's okay because, you know, I'll take these bushes and stuff as well with us back, because we're going to be starting to make these gardens anyway, so we're going to need some of this stuff anyway so that we can get our garden started. So we're going to need these cotton seeds. We're going to need these. We don't need you, though. You can go in there. Alright. In fact, I'll just take these trees down right now, too, so that way they're not standing. Oh! Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Hang on while I figure out which one it is. There it is. Let's get up here. There we go. That'll despawn after a while. And of course, wonder if I can just go up one. Nope, gotta go up two. There we are. I don't know where that piece wasn't that way. There it is. There we go. I was gonna say, I want that piece of wood, and I want it to despawn out here. Right. Can we reach that one? Nope. I'll just go up here and... Down we go. There we go. Alright, I think I've got everything. Oop, I'll grab that sapling and I'll replant it. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put that daisy here as well. Or that What is it? Dandelion. I called it a daisy. That was the wrong one. I'll plant these here too. Alright. Okay, so let's head back. Let's head back and we'll finish the planter, the thing. I'll show you what I'm gonna try to do, and I believe that will be this episode. Next episode we'll get everything planted on the first one that we have. Then we may go out on a run. I can't jump for some reason correctly. We'll continue to get this whole thing set up, and then the second one is going to be down here, and it's going to go almost to. Well, let me just show you with just a piece of dirt. So it's going to go almost to like here. I don't want it too close to the water here to interfere with the water to where I have to move the water. And then we're going to go about the same distance here and about the same width. Is this it right here? I can't tell. No, this one right here. And then get out of the way. Too far. Right there. Yep. So this next bed is going to be this. And the reason why I'm making these beds this big is because I'm going to need I probably don't need quite as much produce as I'm doing, but Pam's Harvest Craft has a lot of plants. So I need to have room for almost every type. Yeah. But what we're going to do, if we need the room, what I will do is we'll take... let me just finish this area. Let me just get this. Let me get this little area fixed, and then I'll show you, and then we'll probably end the episode there. And then in the next episode, I'll go into better detail about what I'm doing. In this one, I'll just show you an overview of what I'm doing. Okay, so to give you a little bit of a capsation with Pam's Harvest Craft. So Pam's Harvest Craft deals, no, doesn't deal. It requires, or relies is a better word. It relies a lot on the MineCraft basic plants. So a lot of recipes require wheat. A lot of recipes require carrots and potatoes. Okay, along with what Pam's Harvest Craft deals has. So what I'm going to do is these first four rows here are going to be nothing but wheat, which we have quite a bit of seeds. Quite a bit of seeds to start with. Oh, there's more dirt. I thought I need more dirt. Okay. So anyway, so this row, this row, this row, and this row are all going to have wheat. Okay? Now, on the other side, Pam's Harvest Craft relies, some of the stuff relies heavily, like I said, heavily on the basic foods. The one that it really relies on is, like I said, wheat. Or that it really relies on is wheat. Because here's an example. To make a carrot cake, in order to make a carrot cake, you have to have honey or sugar. You have to have carrots and dough. carrots is on its own, but dough is made from flour, salt, and water. And flour is made from either wheat, rice, rye, potato, barley, and oats. And yes, see, there's 5 items that Pam's has. But mostly, the easiest one that's probably going to be to grow is your wheat. Let me go roll the night over real quick. I'm still explaining. So that's why we're going to have 4 rows of wheat. On the other side of that first trough, that first water trough, we're only going to have 2 rows of carrots and 2 rows of potatoes. Now that may or may not be a full thing. I might decide, if the rows are long enough, if these rows are long enough, I might decide just to forego actually making 2 rows. Just make 1 row of carrots, 1 row of potatoes, and then start the Pam's Harvest stuff from here. Now, up here we're going to have probably maybe 2, maybe 3 of these. Up here, these things right here, beds. So I may actually go a space and then this, so that way I can walk down this side of this row, and yet if I have to like hop or run or jump or something from something, I don't accidentally uproot the stuff. So anyway, so that's kind of a really long overview of what we're going to do in the next episode. But I believe it's time for that, because see, it's like right now, I'm hungry, but I don't have anything to eat. So yeah. So anyway, that's what we're going to do for that. That's what we're going to do in next week's next episode. I keep saying week, and I don't want to say that. But anyway, I'm Hardtruck1. This is my MineCraft Vanilla Plus being the mods. And I'll see you in the next episode. Laters.